Good day and welcome to the holiday season. I was just looking, today is December the 3rd and we are exactly 3 weeks from today is Christmas Eve. So it's going to be a fun-filled, hopefully happy 3 weeks that we will have to celebrate the holiday season. And there's going to be I know a number of the churches are having services and there's other things going on. There's some special little Christmas programs that some of the businesses are presenting, and so there's a lot of different stuff. And so Batavia's alive and well with the Christmas spirit. You have to just drive down either Houston Street or Island Avenue and it just rolls itself around you because it's all right there on the poles on the streets. We've had great decorations along the Riverwalk. So if you haven't done it yet, I'd encourage everyone to come down and give a look at downtown Batavia dressed in its holiday best. And we have a lot to be thankful for in this community, and I think the Christmas season helps us illustrate that. That being said, I wanted to get into the kind of I don't know what to call it, the bad news, but the news of caution is that we are being told by the county health department that we need to continue to stress that people should be very cautious as it applies to the pandemic COVID, that there's new strains of it that are appearing, and we're trying to keep them out of Kane County, and we would like to encourage everyone who is willing to do it to get their shots all taken, and in certain public situations that you wear the mask. Some are encouraging us that if you go to a holiday party, you should hand out masks and everybody wear them. I don't know how easy that's going to be to try to convince people to do that, but we do have, I have mine here and I keep it in my pocket, and there are times I freely admit that I've walked into stores and forgot to put it on, and then I see other people with them on, so I quick run to my pocket and put my hand in it and grab my mask and put it on. So I'm as guilty as the next person for not wearing them on occasion, but they do seem to have a very valuable attribute at this moment given what we know is the pandemic. One thing I would like to do today is offer the congratulations of the City Council and myself to Dan Hofler of Batavia, who it's just been announced has been named the Batavia Citizen of the Year. And Dan is a well-deserving individual for that honor. He currently serves as president of the Batavia Historical Society and has had that job now for a while and does a great job at that. And previous to that, he has been a citizen of extraordinary and has stepped forward and volunteered his time and efforts over the last 40 plus years. There was a while when he and his wife Pat moved downstate, where he was principal of a high school down in Central Illinois for a couple of years. But they've returned home and are here in Batavia, and Dan is immersed in the community. So Dan, congratulations. And the Batavia Chamber of Commerce will be doing a special celebration party about that whole thing coming up here after the first of the year, and we'll have more to talk about that as we get near the date. We have some new businesses that have opened. Bocaditos, which is the popular restaurant that's sat for the last year or two on the East Wilson Street Hill and is known for their South American flavors that they put out, has opened their new store at 11 North Batavia Avenue in the old Newton home, which for many years the old timers watching will remember when that building was the Batavia Public Library. And at one point they built an addition to the Newton home off the back, which was called the Miriam Johnson Children's Library, which is, as many of you may remember, Miriam was our beloved Batavia librarian for a number of years and just did a super job in the time period that she was here, expounding reading and helping the little children learn to read better. And the area that she did a lot of that work is the new area where Bocaditos has moved into. In the coming spring, summer, and fall, they're going to have a very nice deck patio off to the south. So they're going to be a very strong presence in downtown Batavia, and we wish them the very best in the days ahead. Talking about things that are new businesses that are moving in, I continue to get questions from people about what's happening on Randall Road specifically in the area right next to Raising Cane at McKee and Randall, where there's a lot of movement of heavy equipment and retention ponds being built, and all the trees have been taken down, all the brush has been cleared out. And as I previously have reported to you, that's going to be a Starbucks and a Chipotle restaurant. Two different ones are going to be building there. And so Batavia's going to have its own Starbucks with a drive-through window, and I'm sure they'll do great business. Another attribute to that whole project is that with the cooperation of Mr. Phil Shawls, who owns the Ace Hardware franchise at the Wilson Street end of the property, they're going to be connecting those two pieces of property through basically a parking lot drive-through, so you'll be able to come in on McKee Street and drive all the way to Wilson and make right-hand turns and be able to move into either place and right-hand turn. So I think there's going to be a lot of people who will enjoy that and be able to take it off, and you'll be able to go out there, and if you want to stay on the east side of the street, you won't have to cross Randall Road. So that's coming, and that will be there in the near term. And now I am also honored today to announce, I've just got this cleared within the last few minutes that I could announce this. For some months now, the city of Batavia has been talking to another restaurant that has wanted to move to our community. And the restaurant I'm talking about is seemingly a very strong franchise. It's owned by a mother and daughter out of Wisconsin. Very nice people. They have been here, and I've spent several hours probably talking with them. And they are going to bring a Culver's restaurant to Batavia. And it's going to be located, so I'm told now, we've got an application, we now have building plans, and we are rolling on this thing. It's going to be at the southeast corner of Mill Street and Randall Road on the south parking lot of what used to be TGI Fridays. And as you know, they went out of business, and their building has been bought by Douglas Flooring, and they are in the process of remaking the old restaurant into a flooring showroom, and that will be a nice business to add to Batavia. And then they have a very large parking lot immediately to the south of them, which they will not need for their flooring business, so they are in the process of selling that property to the Culver's folks, and that's where they're going to be building their new Culver's restaurant. In talking to the folks, they have just recently opened up another Culver's restaurant up in Schielke on part of the old Orchard Shopping Center area. And most recently, they have opened up another Culver's restaurant in Downers Grove on Ogden Avenue, very near the front of the Illinois Toll Highway Authority office over there. And I've been over to preview that one. It's open and doing business. Extremely well done, well run, and I'm told that many of the features that you see in that restaurant will be incorporated into the Batavia one. So I talked to a number of people over the years who always want to give me their wish list of things that they wish Batavia had. And I will tell you, Culver's is one of them that's been on a lot of people's wish lists, that we could have that restaurant. There's a lot of folks in the senior world, including myself, that think that that's a great restaurant for senior citizens. And so I'm very excited to make that announcement that we are going to have a Culver's restaurant in Batavia at Mill and Randall. And so it'll be right to the kind of front, a little bit to the north of the Menards store. And speaking of Menards, they're kind of cleaning up and finishing up their expansion of their business. And so we've got a lot of things happening, and we've got other people talking to us about doing things both in downtown and on some of the vacant spaces that are on Randall Road. So as they say in the Tonight Show, there's more to come, and Batavia's seemingly rolling right along with a lot of new business opportunities. So on that good note, I'm going to end and wish you all a happy holiday season. And we're still 3 weeks away from the big days of Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, but we have a lot to be thankful for in Batavia and a lot to celebrate. And I'd include each and every one of us in that, and encourage you to do whatever you can to enjoy the Christmas season, and certainly be out with family and friends. And I know many people like to go out on Christmas season and just ride around with somebody they love, or family or whatever and look at all the Christmas decorations. And that's one other thing that I just want to end by encouraging folks to take a ride specifically down to Mooseheart. They've got a massive display again down there this year, and you make a contribution to them to ride through, but it is well worth it. And they do a wonderful job with that. And we've got, throughout our town, we've got streets, and I don't want to start naming one and not another, so I'm just going to encourage you to go out and both sides of town, we got great Christmas decorations now up and are going to be put up this weekend. So go out and take a beloved one and go out and enjoy a couple nights of riding around and looking at all the wondrous Christmas decorations in Batavia. And I know some people that make almost a habit of it and go to other towns and look at Christmas decorations because they're so enamored with it. But that's just a fun thing, and these are all wonderful people who make great contributions to the world. And so we are going to be ever thankful for all we got in Batavia. And we also got the community toy drive that's now underway out at the former Sam's Club under Roy and Jeannie Bailey and their family, and they are still taking donations. They've got a lot of stuff there, but we've got a lot of needy kids in Batavia that they've identified that are going to be serviced there. So again, I'm glad as I talk on here, I think of more things, but Batavia's got some really nice things happening here, so I have a lot to be proud of in Batavia as we go forward as a community and celebrate the Christmas season in all the right ways, including our churches and our businesses and just all the great folks that we got in this town. So have a great season, and I'll look forward to talking to you next week.